Hey everybody, welcome to another Dragon Ball Super card game video. I'm doing another deck profile. If you saw the thumbnail, you know it's going to be Heightened Evolution SS3 Son Goku Returns. This leader is a rebooted leader from an old leader that was super strong, and they actually had to ban him because of how powerful he was. So they rebooted this guy and re-released him, um, and made it a little bit more fair. So I'll explain what he does right now. All right, on this side, it's Son Goku. He's got a permanent. You can only place up to 6 energy in your energy area. Not a big deal. Most games never go that long anyway, but you're also ramping to get there, so it's really cool. So choose one card in your hand and place it at the bottom of your deck. When this card attacks, choose one card in your life and place it in the energy area. In rest mode. So that's really, really strong. It's a good way to ramp. You have a lack of hand drawing in the beginning, but you awaken really fast. And then once you awaken, then all the cards in your deck help you draw, but you also draw on the other side. So when this card's at 4 or less, you may draw one card and flip this card over. So you draw one card at 4 or less, and he flips over. Then he becomes Heightened Evolution SS3 Son Goku Returns. So it says returns because it's the reboot. But you can only place up to 6 energy in your energy area, so the same permanent is on the other side. And when this card attacks, draw one card. Then this card gets plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. It also has another auto. At the end of your turn, you can choose up to 3 of your mono blue energy and switch them to active mode. So that is actually what we are going to abuse in this deck. It is super, super strong. Being able to do that, untap 3 energy to be defensive once you're at 4 life, makes it okay to be at 4 life and not having the alternate awakens like a lot of other leaders have now. But it is super strong, and I'll show you what we have in this deck to make it happen. We run a kind of spicy, weird build. As you saw in the thumbnail, it's a AOD deck, Agents of Destruction. I love the Agents of Destruction archetype. I think it's super strong, and finding a good leader for it is super important. But once you do find it and then you put the right stuff in it, it can be super strong. Agents of Destruction is a self-contained archetype that is just super strong. Can handle a lot of stuff. So the first card in the deck, I'm sure if you guys play Agents, you know what this is. It's Bobbity, the Overseer of Destruction. So it's a 1-drop barrier. So you can only have one of these Bobbities in your battle area. And it has another permanent that you treat all Agents of Destruction in your hand as if they had no specified cost. So the colors in your energy don't really matter that much. So if you have like a red Agent of Destruction, you can use a blue energy to play it. If you have, any other color Agent of Destruction, because of this card's out, it doesn't matter what color they are. You can use any of your energy colors to pay for the card. So also, it's got another permanent where you can reduce the cost of the Agents of Destruction cards in your hand by 1. So not only can you use any color energy to pay for them, but also you can what was it? I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you can also reduce the energy cost of all of them in your hand. So 2-drop Agent Destruction, if that's out on the board, will become a 1-drop. So it's super strong for what the deck does, especially having barrier. It's really pesty and hard to get rid of. So we run 3 of those. I also run 4 of these cards. It's an Agent of Destruction. It's searchable, so I run 4 of these. But so this card is a must. You want to use this in tandem with this card here. So you always want to see this turn 1 if possible. So this allows you to do it even more so. So active main, for 1 energy, you can discard this card from your hand and then play up to 1 Evil Wizard Bobbity. Energy cost 1 from your deck or drop area, and then shuffle your deck if you look through it. So if you don't have this in your hand, you can use this to go get one for free. Well, it gets it after you pay 1 energy and discard it, and then it plays it on the battlefield with barrier. So it's having pretty much like 7 copies of this one card. So you're really, you're definitely going to see it. So we run 3 of those. This one also has, if you want to play this, once this is on the battlefield, this will reduce the energy cost by 1. So it'll become a 2-drop. And if you want to, you could play this card. And when you play it, it has an auto When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 4 or less and send it to their warp. Then you can place up to 3 battle cards from the opponent's drop area to the bottom of their deck. Really good. You play this and you get rid of a 4-drop and send it to their warp, so that's removal. Also, if there's some graveyard stuff like some Ribrians or some really pesky cards in their drop area that might give you trouble, you could put them into the warp as well. So it's really versatile, this card. If you're playing against green, it's a huge help against the Ribrians and the hand control. Okay, next card we play. This is the MVP of the deck, definitely here. Garlic Jr. Immortal Agent of Destruction. Now, this card becomes a 1-drop because your Agents of Destruction, your Bobby makes your Agents of Destruction 1 less in your hand. So this card, when you play it, it negates the attack, but also it has an auto. When this card is played, you can choose up to one of your Agents of Destructions with energy cost 2 other than this card from your deck, and you can play it with its skills negated. So we're going to show you some shenanigans with this, but it's a 1-drop counter. So if they attack, you play this card, you counter attack, and then it gets another agent from your deck, and it plays it. And I'll show you which one we play. Also, you can play it on your turn if you want to be aggressive and not negate with it. You can play it for 1, and then you can put another agent out, and you can have 2 15k attackers. Very versatile, really, really strong card. I'll show you some shenanigans we get into with it, with a little bit of the spice I have in this deck. So the agents that we commonly play with that card is this guy here. It's Turles Chaotic Agents of Destruction. So it has barrier. It's got unique, so you can only play 1 in a battle area per turn. But it's got an auto where when this card attacks, you can choose up to 5. You can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can choose what Agents of Destruction, a card with Agents of Destruction in its card name, and you can add it to your hand. So it is really, really strong. It's really helpful too. Get some cards in your hand, but also it is a blue Saiyan, and when you play with this card, it comes in as a skillless card. So I'll show you some stuff we do with it. Like I said, I got some spice that you might like in this. Also, we play 2 of these. Now, this is just for if you need to go aggressive and you need more, because this is another 2-drop that you can grab with the Garlic Jr. It's good because sometimes this has unique, so you can only have 1 on the battlefield, and you can't grab another one of these. So if you want to be a little more aggressive and swarm the board a little bit, I run 2 of these. It becomes a 15k attacker, and when this card, if you play it without that ability, you just play it for 1 energy, it actually shuffles up to 2 Agents of Destruction or Evil Wizard Bobbies from your drop area to your deck. So if you're getting milled out, this is a really good tech option. You can play it and it'll put more cards that you have in your drop area back into your deck. But also, like I play it, like I said, to be more aggressive on my turn. If I'm trying to be aggressive, I could play this, then I play another one of those in their turn, play another one, and then I have 3 15k attackers. So really good. Almost in the same reasoning, I run 2 super combos that are Agent of Destruction here. This card is really, really good. It's not even color restricted or color locked. Lord Slug, Mighty Agent of Destruction. So it's a super combo. It has unique. I only run 2 because I run 2 other super combos. But same with this guy here. I run it so if I need to swarm the board and be aggressive, I can also grab this card with the Garlic Jr. on my turn or on your turn. It could be a 15k attacker, or I could play defensively. I could play it on my turn, leave it untapped, and it's got ability here that says the auto for this card is when it's out in play is when your opponent activates a counterplay skill, they choose 2 cards from their hand, they have to discard them. So what you might want to do is on your turn, you play this to be aggressive for 1. You play this guy, and then you attack. And I'm sorry. You play this guy for 1, and then you play your super combo. Now, if you need to defend, this is out on the board, and it's still going to get the 1,000k combo, 10,000k combo. So you swing with this, and then you pass. And now this card's out. It's safe. You could even swing with it, but to be safe, you might not want to. And then this ability is active. So if they want to activate a counterplay, if you want to play something on your turn, like maybe another Garlic Jr., they have to discard 2 cards. So it is really, really, really powerful, and it's really strong. The other two super combos I run is Vegeta, Disciplined Warrior. You go to 4 life, so it's really good. And if your life is at 4 or less, you can put 1 card at the bottom of your deck and then draw 2 cards. It's good if you need to put like Bobbities or stuff that's searchable from your deck back into your deck. So it's really good. It helps out this deck a lot, and also it's a 2-drop Saiyan, which we'll get to in a minute with some of the other cards. A few other agents I run so that this tier list will always hit when we look at the top 5. This is a TP card. It's really, really strong. It's got energy exhaust and blocker. So if you need a little bit of defense, it's good. But also when it comes into play, it has a permanent. If it has offering. So what offering is when you play this card, your opponent has to either crit a life, which means take a life and put it in the drop area. If not, you get to draw 2 cards. So they're faced with an option when you play this. And it's 1 cheaper because of your Bobbity, so it'll cost only 2 energy. And in this deck, we untap 3 energy when we pass our turn. So it's okay to tap out and spend all the energy you can to play this kind of stuff. But if your opponent has 5 or more cards in rest mode, you can negate this card's energy exhaust also if you need a red, yellow energy. But most of the time you won't, because you'll have your Bobbity out, and your Bobbity will make sure everything doesn't cost any colors and everything is free. So you won't have to pay a red or yellow. Because your Bobbity's out, you can just play this for any color energy you have in your energy area. So it's really good. It can either draw you 2 cards or you crit a life from your opponent. So it gives them a really hard option. And drawing cards is always good. I play one of these. It's searchable with the Turles. This is in case anything gets a little crazy. I also put more in the sideboard. But this card here it's got a permanent where if this card's in rest mode and your opponent's battle cards with energy cost greater than or equal to their current energy attack a leader card. So they can't attack your leader card if this card's in rest mode and they have battle cards attacking you. That they can't attack if they're bigger than their energy. So it's really good. It's almost like a Trunks effect. Super strong. And it's got some other abilities down here. This is for the Bojack deck, so this doesn't take effect. But the other auto down here is when this card's KO'd, you can also draw a card. So if they kill it, it's really good. So if they kill it, you get to draw another card. So it's a little tech I run. It's really good. There's another blue energy, which is always good to have in this deck because you want a lot of mono blue in your energy, so you can untap up to 3 every turn. Another one I play is this Agent of Destruction is Broly, Invincible Agent of Destruction. So this is good. It's another spot removal card, but also it draws you some cards. So for 1 energy, you could also discard this, and you could add up to 1 Agent of Destruction card from your drop area to your hand. So if you have something that went into your drop area and you need it back, you can just KO this, and then you can get it back easily. Other than that, when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 5 or less and KO it. And then you can look up the top 3 cards at the top of your deck, and you can choose 1 from among them and add it to your hand, and then put the rest in the drop area. So really good. Some extra draw power. It comes out for 2, even though it says 3, because of your Bobbity situation. Defensive package. It's always good to untap energy, especially if you need to play it for free. But you'll always have energy untapped to play this, but it's just good. It becomes free and untaps an energy, so... Dimension Magic, one of the best negates in blue. Then I run 3 of these guys. Son Gohan Baby's Minion. So this is basically blue's Topo. So it's a counterattack. You negate the attack, and then you play this card. And then it has Servant, which I'll get to in a second. But when this card is played, your opponent can't attack with battle cards for the turn unless they take 1 card in their hand and they discard it. So, I'm sorry. They put it at the bottom of their deck. So every time they attack, they have to take 1 card in their hand. They have to bottom deck it. Servant means it only gets 1 attack, but it gets plus 10k. So it's a 25k attacker for 1 turn, and then it stays tapped, which is okay because we play certain Unison in here where you want Saiyans in rest mode tapped. And I'll show you exactly which ones I'm talking about in a minute. So also defense, I run 2 of these because we run a little skillless package. I'll show you what we do with it. So this card is really good. Defensively on your opponent's turn, you can combo this for 1. And if you do, you can get... a skillless battle card with energy cost 2 or less and play it. So basically it's almost like this Garlic Jr. You could play this for 1 on your opponent's turn and you can negate the attack, and then it plays another Agent of Destruction. And with this one, you don't negate the attack, but when they attack you, to combo out of it, you could pay 1, get 10,000, and then it plays a skillless battle card onto the battlefield. The only thing is you have to discard this; it doesn't stay on the battlefield for that effect. It's good because we want skillless out sometimes for a certain shenanigan I've been talking about. The skillless cards that we run is this shiny nice. It's Super Saiyan Sun Gohan, 20k skillless card, 2 energy. Really strong. That's the one we can go and get with this guy here. And he comes out, and he's just a 20k beater that's really aggressive. You're almost like a defensive rush deck. You swarm the board with a lot of stuff and start going in hard. So now with the skillless stuff I was talking about, I'm not sure if you guys know what this card is, but I love it to death. It's one of my favorite techs. It's SS2 Sun Gohan, Astonishing Strike. So this thing is a beast monster if there was any. So it's a 10 drop, but you're only going to be playing it for 4 blue energy. The first 4 turns that you have, you make sure you want to put blue energy in all the time. After that, when you get to the 6th, then you can worry about it however you want, whenever you want. But this card, so for 4 blue energy, if your leader card is a blue Saiyan card, which it is, your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you choose up to one of your skillless battle cards with energy cost of 2. Place it at the bottom. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. So let me redo that. If your leader card is a blue Saiyan, and your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you choose one of your blue skillless battle cards with energy cost 2, play this card from your hand, and when you play this card, place the chosen skillless card into your energy. So it ramps you, and it puts it into your energy when you play this. So you have an open energy after you play 4. Play this for 4. With the skillless that we get out, like I said, on the turn before, you could use this card. And when you play it on your opponent's turn defensively, this will come out, and you'll have a skillless on the board. Also, there's another shenanigan I like to use. Like I said, this card here, it gets an Agent of Destruction, and it plays it with its skills negated. So I'll play this card for 1 sometimes if I don't have a skillless out. And then I will just go get this Turles, and it is a blue 2-drop Saiyan, and it becomes a skillless because its skills are negated. So I run basically 8 skillless in that sense because I'm using this ability to use this. Or even more than that, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because these guys kind of count as one of these if you need it. So you technically have 12 skillless battle cards when you need it. So those are all options. Like a lot of the times I'll use if I don't have this in my hand, I'll use this guy, and I'll play this, and it's just cost 1 energy. Boom. See you later. And I'll usually do it the turn before, so I'm ready. And then this comes into play. Now, it's got another active main. It's a once per turn. Place 1 mono blue card from your energy into your drop area and switch this card to active mode. Choose all your opponent's battle cards and place them at the bottom of their owner's decks. So it is also a board wipe. Really, really strong. So it also has triple strike and deflect. So when it comes into the battlefield, there's nothing they can do to it because it has deflect and it's not affected by counterplays. So what you do is you have your skillless out, you play this, you choose your skillless, you put in your energy, and now you swing with a 30k triple strike, which has deflect, so it'll be coming out. And then you take one of your blue energy, maybe one of the ones you tapped, and you put it in your drop area. And once you put it in your drop area, this untaps. And then you board wipe your whole opponent's board, and then you get another triple attack swing. So it potentially could take 6 life from you if they're not prepared and they, didn't see it coming or whatever. But it is a super strong card, and to mix Agents of Destructions with a skillless package like that is really, really fun and super powerful. A lot of people don't know what to do with it. Next, I run one of these just to get some more draw. You play a lot of battle cards, so only 1 copy of this card can be played in your battle area. Basically, as unique, but you can reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand for each of your blue battle cards. So all the blue battle cards that you might have on the board, you could play this cheaper. The cheapest you'll play for this for is 3 energy. but you don't need to worry about it because you untap energy at the end of your turn. So if you do have to play more, it's pay more energy, it's totally fine because you'll untap 3 automatically. It's got an active main once per turn where you can draw 2 cards. Then at the start of your opponent's next main phase, you can choose up to 2 of your blue energy and switch it to active mode. So it is crazy. So you drop this. It's a 25k attacker, but it basically draws you 2 cards for 3 when you play it. And then when you attack, it untaps 2 energy on your next turn. So you're literally untapping with your leader like 5 energy, no problem every time when you play this card. It is so, so good. It is insane. All right, so next we play our Unisons. Let me show you what we do with those. So these, I play 4 of these. Like I said, it's a 3-drop. It's kind of steep usually, but because we untap energy, it is great. We untap 3 energy every time. So it's got dual attack. It's a 20k dual attack. And if your leader card is a blue Saiyan, which it is, and you have a blue Saiyan card in rest mode, your leader cannot take damage from attacks. So your leader will not take any damage as long as you have Saiyans in rest mode on the battle area. So Saiyan, Saiyan, Saiyan. Now, this guy doesn't untap. He's a 25k in rest mode all the time. Any Saiyan you could imagine. So this Saiyan, we have some other guys hidden here. All of these skillless Saiyans. So all of those are Saiyans. Plus we have some more I'll show you in a minute. So automatically you're already set up and your leader will not take too much damage. So it's an extra defense. It's got a -1. So you take a counter off of this card. And its active main is choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and send them to return them to their owner's hands. And then you can choose up to 1 mono blue Saiyan card with energy cost 2 or less in your hand and play it with its skills negated for the turn. So you can play a Saiyan in rest mode with its skills negated. If you need to get your big Gohan to go off and the turn before you put him out and he's attacking and he's a threat, on your turn, you can -1 him, and this is why I run these 2-drop super combos. You can use your super combo, you can use your Turles, you can use your skillless cards, but you can play one of your 2-drop blue Saiyans for free with your Unison, and it becomes a skillless card. So now you have another skillless card. So say you need this to be skillless so you can make your Gohan go off. Turn 3, you play this. Boom, he comes out with that ability. Turn 4, so you have one ready to go, and then turn 4, you can play him. That goes near energy. It's a crazy little combo. The tech is really strong. And just it works together really well. And it surprises your opponent, and it's super aggressive. So like I said, we do run Unisons. So we run 2 more, just really strong because in this deck, it's really easy to run them. For 5 energy, we play this SS3 Son Goku, Protector of the Earth. Now, this thing... its auto is when this card is played during your opponent's next turn, they can't attack with battle cards unless they choose one of their battle cards with energy cost 2 or more and place it at the bottom of their deck. So they can't attack unless they bottom deck one of their cards, which is unlikely. They might get a swing in, but they're going to have to bottom deck some stuff, and it's all 2 or more, so it's probably going to be significant things for their deck. And then it's got a -1 where it's got an active main where you can draw 2 cards, then choose 1 card in your hand and place it at the bottom of your deck. So a little bit of siphoning to make sure you got what you have and you need in your hand. And then also its -2 is choose all your opponent's battle cards, ignore and barrier, and return them to their owner's hands. Just another little board wipe, but if they have barrier, it gets rid of them. It's good. I use it more for the auto ability and then the +1. I mean the -1. And then because we run Unisons, we run 3 Trunks counterplays. Anything that's being played, you can play this card for free if you have a Unison out with 2 or more counters, and it goes right back to their hand. So it is really super strong. And then Secret Rare, we're running blue. So Bibi Hachiak. So you play this card, you discard a card for free. You play this, and then your opponent can't attack with anything for the turn. Super, super strong. Okay. This is one of my favorite deck profiles. I love Agents of Destruction, and I love the SS3 rebooted leader. It's super strong, super competitive, and if you guys decide to play it, you can tweak it any way you like. It has a lot of potential to do a lot of things. There's more Agents of Destructions that have come out also, and there's tons that were in the past that you can tweak it with. You can do multiple colors. You can do crazier control builds, but you could also go more aggressive if you like. I chose the skillless package in mind instead of going pure agents just to surprise my opponent, but it turned out to work really cool and really well. Other than that, that's the deck profile, and thanks for coming. I'm DBS TCG Central. You can check me out on Facebook, Instagram by the same name. Also, I got an eBay store. I'll put the link in below. But thanks for joining me for another one, guys, and like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate it.